Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Before I get into this fairy tale review, I want to mention one thing. Somebody got me a background. Yes, so if you go to my channel now, notice a few changes. New background. Yes. No more the Emperor, Bach there. I got some, set of characters. I got Bleach characters on like the left side. I got some One Piece characters on there, and I got a few from Sword Art Online, a few from High School of the Dead. So it looks pretty nice, pretty sweet background. You guys go check it out, and I got some links up there, links to my channels, my other channel, and a link to my collab channel. So I figured I'd just mention that first. Okay, fairy tale. Episode 148. This arc should be over pretty soon. Should be over soon. Should be over pretty soon. Beginning of this episode, we have the bitch. The bitch. She's on, I'm going to say it, she's on the level of Nomi. Yes, I've just upgraded Metacia to Nomi status. Nomi status. So, yeah. Last night I reviewed Excel World and we saw what Nomi was doing, and now we see what Metacia is doing. I'll say it again. Metacia, listen. Are you is your head correctly screwed on? Because there were scenes and what was kind of weird. We were fighting her and they hit her. She got right back up. She feels no pain. I'm like, this character deserves someone just go up to her and do this. Slap. Slap in the face. Slap in the face. Slap in the face. And say, you're not Michelle Lobster. You're some stupid hoe. Because what she was spewing, was like, I'm protecting me, God. You're not Michelle Lobster. I keep saying, I'll keep fucking saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. This character is ridiculous. It's like you're Metacia. You're part of, you lied and cheat and steal. You lied. You used fairy tale. So, my heart. I'm going to protect her. Just leave us alone. You do realize when this is all said and done that Lucy is going to be dead, right? You do realize that? Says, you know what's going to hurt Nachon? I'm going to save her. You guys leave. What is your fucking problem, bitch? Unbelievable. I'm speechless when it comes to her. I'm totally speechless. The whole thing is she's fighting them and, it's going back and forth with Natsu and Elfman going against her. And you're not Michelle Lobster. So why are you doing this? And then at one point Coco says, oh, duty. It's I'm not doing this for duty. I'm listening to my heart, and I acted on it. Excuse me? Yeah, I have to call the crazy house. Yeah, excuse me. Can you put Michelle Lobster in a straitjacket and send her to the nut house? Yeah, let's do that. And that's basically what more or less she said, which was horseshit in this episode. Moving on, we go to Urza. It was actually back and forth. We got. I think I should tell you the stuff that before the fights, we had Makarov and those guys. Those archaeologists, and they're trying to figure out exactly what the story is. And Makarov's there, and he's like this. He's protecting all of Fairy Tail in the guild hall from succumbing to true nightmare. And while that's going on, Freed put his ruins on a few members of Fairy Tail to go outside and look for Kanaj? Can't even say that girl's name right. The one who's the snake. Yeah. And also they obviously find out the truth. The only way to stop Real Nightmare and to get Lucy back is they have to get rid of the engravings on the clock, the Infinity Clock. In order to do that, you gotta defeat every member of Erased Seize. The new Erased Seize. So, pretty much you had the thing with Coco, and they were trying to save Lucy. Then we move on to, after the whole thing with them, Erza. Erza going up against Cobra. And this was a pretty intense fight, to say the least. We get the conclusion next week. But this week we just get some banter back and forth. And, Cobra, a lot of these members of this new Erased Seize, they got some issues. It's called Something's Going On Here. They're totally out of their minds, pretty much. If it's Imitatia, or it's Cobra, or it's even Angel. And I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5, only because of the actual fight. Gray against Angel. That was good. That was a good fight. And I'm not even sugarcoating it. I really mean it was a good fight. Now, there's this fighting Cobra, and it's back and forth, back and forth. He's basically attacking her with sound. And we get the famous Madoshi power. Oh, it's Madoshi time. Saying, oh, she hears her friends' voices. Like, what, are you fucking crazy? But anyway, she hears, and then she's fighting him. Now I think about it, when I'm looking at this fight with Erza against Cobra, it makes sense she couldn't beat that. I thought I'd bring that up. But anyway, she's basically going in and out of armors. She's using fire armor, Fire Empress armor, doesn't do anything. Then she brings out, that winged armor that she uses, the devil wings armor. And then she also brings out the thunder armor. And it goes back and forth. And we see now that each member of Erased Seize, they all have these delusions. Now, see, the thing about it is, it seems like it's being brought up in this episode about Cobra. He was in the Tower of Heaven. And so was Racer. So, I think I already knew that, but I just never put the pieces together about this situation with that. But that fight is actually going nowhere at the moment. That's where it stands. And, they're back and forth, Erza and Cobra, talking about the whole thing and saying, oh, he's envious of her because she's got all her friends and he ain't got shit. Well, fuck you, then. We also see that girl running, the one who's a Cobra, snake, towards Cobra. Moving on, we go to Gray against Angel. Now, thing about this fight is Dan shows up and he's teaming with Gray. And the first Angel brings out, those angel coins she has? Well, we found out a very interesting thing about those coins. They zap her life energy. That was pretty intense. I found that out. Holy shit, that was like, what? Life energy, damn. So it's like, whew. So she brings out the angel she used last time against Gray. And he's trying to beat it, and he can't beat it. He getting flashed. And at some point, like I said, Dan shows up. He helps him. And they're able... But actually, I think it was Gray. He was able to knock out the first angel Then when the second angel came, he helped Dan, and they were able to team up and take it out. And Dan was there to provide Gray, like, cover from the blasts. But then, from this one angel that was shooting these black and red blasts at him, and able to defeat that. Now, every time they defeated an Angel herself felt pain, intense, gruesome pain. And the fight was going on from there. And, you know, Gray was like saying, like, how come you're going through this? Why are you trying? Because she says, oh, I want to become a real angel. I'm like, you serious? These villains are really crazy. This Irasian Spaceman, they are like a few sandwiches short of a picnic. If you get my drift. They're really like, where are your marbles? Like, is this just... Okay, so we got a girl who thinks she's Michelle Lobster. We've got somebody who wants to become an angel. What does Midnight want? I mean, like... And we got another guy who's envious of not having friends. Come on, people! But anyway, she did defeat that angel, and then she brings out another one. And this fight was pretty fucking intense. I was like, whoa! Gray and Angel fight for the motherfucking win, people. And eventually what happens is, she keeps hitting this one angel she brings out. It's a huge one. Big fucking one. It was 100 coins that she used for it. It basically shot out sound waves. A little similar to, you know, Cobra. Shot out sound waves and was giving, you know, Gray and Dan a hard time. Until, and it was kind of funny, Gray actually did something interesting in this episode. He defeated Angel, not by fighting her, but by actually using his words. That's what it seemed like. He was talking her out of it and like talking her. And one point, what's happening is he's telling her, "Oh, you're just playing yourself. You're not a real angel. You're just a human, and it's really pathetic." And all these things he's saying, all these things are. And what starts to happen is the angel's face starts to crack, and she starts to crack. And what ends up happening is the angel actually shows its true colors. The angel is not an angel. It's a freaking flesh-eating blob. I was like, what the? It was insane. And what happens is it starts to envelop Dan and Gray and her. And she's like freaking out, saying, "Oh, I want to be you, and I want to be an angel," you know, all this other things. And that's when Gray just freezes the blob and gets them out of it. And she says, "I want to live, I want to live," you know, all this whole thing. She doesn't want to disappear. And then what happens is they destroy the blob, but at the same time that Gray uses his ice magic to destroy the blob, Dan uses his spear to destroy the connection between Angel and her angels. So that's what happened. Also, what happened? I forgot to mention the scenes where she was wanting to die. So yeah, and then she asks him, "Oh, why did you save me? I'm your enemy." And he says, "Oh, I would have had a bad taste in my mouth." And then we have. That's pretty much what happened there. And the last thing that happened in this episode was Lucy. Lucy is gone. Let me just say right now, she's just gone. In fact, in the end of the preview, there's a scene where you have Lucy, and you look, one of her eyes is not her eye. It's this gold emblem, which I think is part of the clock. And I'm like, whoa. And she's basically, her eyes are glazed over, and she's saying there are 3 left. And then Natsu's like looking at her saying, don't give up, Lucy, I'm gonna save you, and you know, whatever. And that's pretty much that. But I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 because Gray's fight was pretty fucking awesome. I like the action sequences in Gray's fight. They're pretty damn epic. Pretty damn epic. Pretty fucking epic in that one. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Fairy Tail episode 148. Looks like next week we're gonna get Urza's fight. Should be very interesting. We're also gonna get like this confrontation between Midnight and Natsu. I think we're gonna get the nitty gritty about Imitatia. Because Imitatia's gotta go. I'm sorry. She gives me a headache. We'll see. This was a good filler. I mean, a lot of people have questions about Fairy Tail. They're like, gag me with a spoon. But, you know, I really enjoyed this filler. Tell me what you guys think. Comments below. What were your thoughts on this filler so far? And your overall opinion about this filler? I want to know. Because this was, I really enjoyed it. No, I'm dead serious. I really enjoyed this filler. I liked how they they twisted it in thinking, oh, it's the church, but it's not really Mystery Sensei's. So, tell me what you guys think. It's been Bankai Night 22. Very good episode. I liked Gray's fight. Hopefully Urza's fight next week is going to be epic. I want to see goodness there. Come on. Chapter 300 is coming out next week. So I want to see really epicness of the Fairy Tail episode. It's been Bankai Night 22. I will catch you guys